Ricasa, welcome. All right, good evening. Like my font changed a little bit. So tonight we're going to talk about search. Why are we going to talk about search? Because search affects every single person in this room. What is search? Search is Google. It's when you go to Amazon. It's Travelocity. Whenever you are trying to receive data, retrieve data, I'm going to talk about search from that angle tonight. Okay? I'm going to give you some insider tips. I've been in the search business since 1997, 15 years. So that was back when AOL was supposed to be the king of search, and so you see that it's changed a lot. It looks like it's a little bit hard to see, so I'm going to show you some insider secrets on how to utilize it. One thing that I've learned about search is that the search engines are getting smarter, not the users. Okay, so if you as a user can learn a few tips on how to get into those databases, you can have a major competitive advantage. Okay, so let me give you my first tip. I'm going to tell you a couple of what we call site operators. And site operators are a way to get into that database and pull data out. Okay, the first one is called site : If you go into Google and type in site : be the smart investor, for example, and I've circled that on the top here, it will pull out every single page on Reggie's website. Okay, probably pages that Reggie hasn't seen in years. When I do site : bethesmartinvestor.com, Google pulls up 1,480 pages for Reggie's website.
God, we've been busy.
Been really busy. So if you're really interested in something, and you find somebody's website, look it up. I have found, if you look at your competitors' websites, that they have pages indexed in Google that they thought were gone. So using this search can dig up information that people think is not even out there any longer. Now the next thing we're going to do is if you go back and use that same operator into Google, site : be the smart investor, space, and then foreclosure, it's going to search Reggie's website for the word foreclosure. So you ever go to a website and you see that they don't have a search box and you wish that they did? They do. It's called Google. Everybody has that. And even when I go to a site and it does have a search box, like try using the IRS's search. Here, go into Google, type in site : whatever that website is. In this case, I put Be the Smart Investor, space foreclosure, and it went in and it gave me only the pages on Reggie's website that had the word foreclosure in it. So from 1,400 results earlier, it brought up now 238 pages on his site where he speaks about foreclosures.
When you put in site : and the name of the website, do you have to put .com?
You do.
Okay.
Okay.
One quick question. Do you have to put the www as well?
You don't. But you might get different results depending on how people put the website together.
Different browsers are more efficient, like Google Chrome and Firefox and all that.
Yes, but that is a religious question. Okay, moving forward. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to use another tactic, which is to put a quote around it. We're going to stay on Reggie's site. So you go in, you put site : be the smartinvestor.com, and now you put quotes around the word foreclosure. What that should do is make sure that it's only going to pull up results with the specific word that you're looking for. What I expected to see here was something like foreclosure radar would be gone because I put quotes around the word foreclosure. Okay, and you can do that right into Google itself as well. But in this case, it had a funny result. It actually gave me 251 results. It gave me a few more results. And you wouldn't expect to see something like that. And I left this in the example because you never know what you're going to get from these databases. Google has multiple databases across the country. You might hit one time, another one another time. You might be logged in. You might have a different local setting. All kinds of settings, depending on your browser as well. So if you see some things that don't exactly add up, don't let that strike you too much. But using quotes around it will give you a precise search. Now here's a really good one. I used the minus sign. Now I want to look at Reggie's site for every page that does not include foreclosures. So again, I do site : bethesmartinvestor.com minus foreclosure. And so this tells me that Reggie has 1,220 pages that do not speak about foreclosures. This is a key search. What happens is with pop culture today, let's say that Justin Bieber came out with a song called Foreclosures, right? And if you typed in foreclosures, what would come up on the front page? Justin Bieber would. This happens all the time. You guys probably run up on this, go, how do I get to the information I need and get this movie or this song out of there? We'll type foreclosure minus Justin Bieber, and now he will be knocked out of the way, and those results underneath will come to the top. Your competitors don't know how to do this. And I feel a huge advantage that I'm able to pull those things out. And there's a lot of other ways that you can use your imagination to figure out how you can dive into those results and pull that information out that other people can't find. The next thing I use is, this is called a Boolean search term. It's the word, go ahead.
Do you use the word minus or the sign minus?
The sign minus.
And does it make any difference if you have quotes around the word not to use the minus sign?
It does.
It does, but
Yes.
you want
No, you want the quotes if you want to cut out anything besides.
quotes. Okay.
But you can, if you want to open it up, don't use quotes. And if you guys search site operators in Google, you'll get all of these examples. Site operators. Okay. Another example is use the word and. So now I want to see where Reggie talks about foreclosures and short sales. Because maybe I want to look at my options. So I type in site, be a smart investor, foreclosure and short sale, and now we've reduced the results down to 92. So I'm really distilling it, but I'm pulling everything out of his website. Earlier I heard somebody ask about, does Case Schiller have a website? So you want to find that article about the bubble. I would go to site, caseschiller.com, space bubble. And you can search his site, in case that you can't find it on his site. But you'll run across these examples every day, just as you did here today. The next thing is related. Now I want to see sites that are related to a site like Reggie's. So related, be the smart investor, pulls up 16. It pulls up smart-investor.cc. It pulls up lazymanandmoney.com. Somehow Google thinks that that's like Reggie. Okay, now this is your money's worth right here tonight. If you want to know how to get really solid information, data, statistics, authorities, search for the file type PowerPoint. So the site operator is file type : and then PPT is a PowerPoint. So I want to find PowerPoints on short sales. So I did that. I put file type : PPT space short sales. Look what comes up here. Number 2 is Freddie Mac is giving out a PowerPoint for people who want to sell short sales. Authored by Freddie Mac. Right there, it's number 2 on Google. File type : PowerPoint. And look at this, I pulled up the PowerPoint. It was a 19-slide deck. It says, put your logo here. So I did. So I put my logo there, and I put 2 examples. There's one example. Here's the next page. Oh gosh, looks like, okay, there. Here's the positives of the short sale. So imagine you're in front of somebody selling their home. This is coming from Freddie Mac. Here's the positives for a home seller from a buyer's perspective, from a lender's perspective, real estate agent's perspective, and from the community's perspective. How powerful is that? By knowing how to dive into Google's database and pull that data out. I'm going to skip this. I'm running out of time. Google News Alerts. If there's something that you want to keep up to date, use Google News Alerts. Google News Alerts, you put in a keyword and it will mail the results to you. It's like having a search engine come to your mailbox. Put your name in there. Anytime somebody puts your name on the web, you will get notified. If you want to follow Reggie really closely, put Be the Smart Investor in there. Every time he changes his website, you will get mail to your inbox. Put your kid's name in there. You want to watch that. Another big one. This is called the Wayback Machine. This is used by lawyers all the time now. Archive.org is trying to record the entire internet. I went to it's called the Wayback Machine. Just type the Wayback Machine in Google. I put BeTheSmartInvestor.com. They have 61 copies of Reggie's website in there, going all the way back to March 21 of 2007. So if I want to find out what Reggie was doing back then, go to the Wayback Machine, type it in. You can see those spark lines on the top right. Those show when they have copies and where they're highlighted on the counter. You can click on it. I went and clicked back in 2007, and here's Reggie's first page. Welcome to our new website. So you can go back and do amazing research that people have no idea is out there. Again, if you become a smarter searcher versus letting Google do all the power for you, there's an amazing amount of data out there. Last one, this is specific for this audience. Everybody likes to save a buck, right? There are different price checkers. So I like to use the Amazon price checker. You turn on your phone, use your camera, take a picture of the barcode, it searches the internet and provides you with other prices. So if you're standing in Target, you can find out if there are other competitive prices that are better than what you're looking at Target. So quick overview, site operators is the keyword. If you type in site operators in Google, it will give you all of these different tools that I told you about, plus a lot more. I just gave you a few for a taste. Open Site Explorer, we didn't go over. If you want to search Open Site Explorer, it's a competitive link tool. Google News Alerts are to get the results into your inbox. The Wayback Machine is to go back and look at the history of the internet. And the price checkers are to, when you're in the store, take a picture of the barcode and it will tell you if you can find a better price. My new website, Fast Home Help, is launching tomorrow. So I'm very excited about it. Thank you guys.
Good stuff or what? Kind of scary. What was I doing in 2007? I was buying a ton of Oreos, about like 52 Oreos that year, because they were giving them away.